What is up, killers? Kevin today, back with a brand new episode of 5 new console mods to hit the Bethesda on the website this week. This is going to be episode 574 within my series. But without further ado, guys, let's just jump straight into the video. SAO Sword Skills Vorpal Strike. This one is going to be the fixed version. There was a normal version out, but none of the animations or even the ability to do anything actually worked. But this one is going to be working absolutely flawlessly, as you can tell on screen now. Coming in at 1.7 megabytes of a download. The sword skill will be added in the lesser powers after installing, and the animations are going to be working to their full potentials and functionality too. This one is going to be absolutely great. There's 3 of these on the Bethesda website as we currently are looking at this particular mod. This one included too, but honestly they look absolutely great and they just work so well. The animations are going to be standalone with these particular mods. Grab all of them. They're incredibly low download size, and if you're looking for that heavily inspired fantasy combat element to the game, this one and other ones like this are going to be a must install for your particular game. Wear multiple rings, coming in at 18.7 kilobytes of a download. Now guys, let me just get this straight out of the bat. I don't think visually they're going to be displaying these rings. It didn't work for me instantly, but what did work for me was actually stacking all of the rings that I could find within my inventory, and I could wear them all, thus meaning, leading to my next point, you could pretty much have loads of different rings and you're wearing them on each finger, maybe even 2 fingers. I don't know how many you can actually wear, sky's the limit, but my main thing was going to be that you could have loads of rings with enchantments on, whack them all on. It's probably going to be very overpowered if you do sort of get some really heavily enchanted rings. I'm not too sure if any other particular rings, but for me, I went into the forge, rustled up pretty much every ring that was in the jewelry category, headed on out and pretty much put all of them on, and it worked absolutely fine. So that is my main point within this particular showcase. If you do have many rings from the forge and you want to put some absolutely insane enchantments on and wear them all at once, you can pretty much do that with this particular mod. But visually, I don't think you're going to get the appeal of having all of the rings, but if you do want, as I say, to be incredibly overpowered, this one is definitely going to be a very good one and viable one to pick up for your character. Ordinator Armour Rework, coming in at 59.8 megabytes of a download, adds this particular beautiful armor from Morrowind. It can all be picked up and found within the ebony smithing perk to do with any particular forge, and honestly it looks absolutely gorgeous. I do believe that all genders are going to be able to wear this particular set. Unfortunately, it is not going to be anything compatible with the UMP or CBBE or anything like that, or even a sort of other alternative body sculpture for females. It's just going to be your bog standard armor, but honestly all the metals, meshes and textures are going to be absolutely on point with this. I'm not too sure what the rework means. I do believe the rework is going to be some of the meshes to do with this particular mod, if not some of the textures. Reduced arrow crafts. This one is coming in at 3.3 kilobytes of a download. It's pretty much simple and a self-explanatory of what this mod does. It reduces the number of arrows and bolts crafted from 24, 10 to a measly 5 within the base game. Now you could actually point this out, this could be somewhat realistic, a little bit more harsher to do with resources, maybe going for a super Iron Man gameplay and you want to add something like this just to make it a little bit more harder if you are splooging out on those particular things such as arrows within the game. Honestly, very good. All of them did work, but I did notice a small glitch with this. I do believe the Nordic arrows, I'm not too sure, it was one of the particular arrows within the forge. It's still scaled up to 24, so I'm not too sure about that if they missed them, but other than that, all of the other ones within the forge, the basic ones, did work absolutely finesse. Ordinem, Sword of Jyggalag. This one is coming in at 12.6 megabytes of a download. A port from the nexusmods.com with full perms and permissions to head over to the Bethesda.net website. This one is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Not my favourite out of the collection of the set that all of these have been uploaded via this particular week, but honestly, this again is very nice indeed. I'm pretty sure this is a Billy Roo sword. I'm not too sure, Billy Rowe, depends how you want to say it. It's just Billy R.O. But this one comes in at 2 different versions. Obviously, it's going to be a one-handed and a two-handed variant. Normally, this is somewhat going to be of a two-handed weapon. Honestly, it could be a classic bastard sword, if I'm perfectly frank, as this one does give the appearance and the illusion of that one, with some beautiful engraving, not only on the blade, but once it is sheathed as well. Overall, I think it's very nice, but as I say, not going to be my favourite out of the collection that this particular mod author has ported from the nexusmods.com. We'll be covering many more of these, so keep your ear to the ground, as we will be diving into the world of more weaponry to do with the Bethesda on a website. So guys, that's the end of this particular episode. This has been episode 574 within my series. Guys, if you did enjoy it, I'd very much appreciate a like on the video. It does help me out an awful lot. If you're new around it too, why not consider clicking that little subscribe button right next as well. There is going to be a bell icon. If you click that, you should get a notification in some way, shape or form every single time I post a video like this to the channel. But guys, until the next one, this has been Killerkev here, and Killerkev out.